Hi everyone, my name is Wendy Hall. I'm from a little town called Liberty, North Carolina, which even people that live in my county sometimes don't know where I'm from, which is pretty sad. But to give you a little bit of perspective, um, I'm like 30 minutes outside of Greensboro, and I would tell you like south, north, west, but I am really directionally challenged, so that's not going to happen. Um, but a little bit about myself is that I graduate May 5th, and a little more than a month later, I'm going to be getting married on June 23rd. So this semester will be one that's going to require extreme organization, and it's going to require a bunch of stress. Um, like I said before, I'm a senior and I'm an exercise science major. I have successfully applied to occupational therapy school, but I've not heard back from any of the schools that I applied to. So it's officially a waiting game, and I've determined after applying in December and not hearing back until March that graduate schools enjoy my stress and my pain. Like, it's horrifying. But throughout my shadow experience for occupational therapy school, um, I've experienced a lot of different disabilities from a variety of rehab settings. My favorite is pediatric occupational therapy. Every summer I volunteer at a summer camp for children with autism, and that's when I first fell in love. My first camp was when I first fell in love with pediatric occupational therapy. I hope to specialize in the autism spectrum disorder, although this will be after I go to grad school and all that stuff, but I hope to one day specialize in autism. Um, I loved how in class Dr. Kuhn discussed the fact that when you meet one person with autism, you meet one person with autism. This is one of the very reasons that I have such a love for autistic individuals. The challenge that I constantly face to decrypt their personalities and determine the course of action that I need to take for the individual is a challenge that I really, really enjoy. PED 415 will be incredibly beneficial for me in my future profession. Although I've been around those with disabilities most of my life, I have a grandma who has been in a wheelchair for 53 years. When she had my mom, she had a stroke and it paralyzed her left side. I think it was 53 years ago. I should have asked my mom how old she was, but whatever. 52, 53 years she's been in a wheelchair. And she's had my grandpa to take care of her. She's been through rehab of all sorts. But every day is a challenge for her. And I mean, something as small as not finding a parking spot can like completely turn her day around and turn it bad because she can't get out and go to the store, and her and my grandpa can't do things that they need. And you really do realize how incredibly inaccessible the world is to for those that are handicapped whenever you're surrounded by it all the time. But although I have been around those disabilities most of my life, I don't know all there is to know about all the different disabilities. So for me, it'll be really interesting to see the adaptive physical activity approach, considering I've been through a lot of volunteering, but I've only seen the therapy approach. I'm hoping that one day that as an OT, I can apply adaptive physical activity to my rehab. So 3 words that I would use to describe myself would be motivated, organized, and flexible, which the 2 at the end I'll explain. So motivated because I'm determined to follow my professional goals, no matter what it takes and how much studying and late nights it requires. I'm determined to reach my end goal of being an occupational therapist. Organized because I never start a day without having every hour planned. It's a horrible trait. I'm a perfectionist. I'm OCD. It's horrible. But one thing that I can say that makes it all okay is that I'm also flexible, because if life throws me curveballs or my schedule doesn't go as planned, I refuse to let the change in my plans stress me out, and I just adapt to the change.